Hello, so here we are on our first video for our unit on voting, elections, and campaigns. And I'm on the page for constitutional amendments and voting/suffrage. One of the things we need to know for this unit is who has the right to vote as a protection in the Constitution. And we have 5 amendments here which deal with voting rights explicitly, and we'll talk about each of those. So this is the flashcard for your study. But I have an image to go along with each one of these. Here is an image from the Smithsonian representing a celebration of the passage of the 15th Amendment. And the 15th Amendment gave African Americans the right to vote. Actually, it said the right to vote will not be denied based upon somebody's race. Now, Southern states in particular found many ways to work around this amendment and still deny suffrage, but it is constitutionally enshrined in the 15th Amendment after the Civil War. Our next image is a political cartoon from Puck magazine from the 1890s, which is supposed to depict corruption in the United States Senate. We see here that the Senate is of the monopolists, by the monopolists, and for the monopolists, the big businesses, the wealthy corporations. The criticism was the government was run by special interests rather than the people. We see the people's entrance was closed. So the 17th Amendment was supposed to give power back to the people, and it says that the Senate will be selected by state legislatures. Senate will be selected by the people rather than by the state legislatures as originally specified in the Constitution. The 19th Amendment is women's suffrage. It was ratified in 1920. We have a picture of picketers outside the White House and putting a lot of pressure on Woodrow Wilson to stand behind this amendment, especially during World War I when there's supposed to be this worldwide fight for democracy. Women's suffrage had been applied in a number of states, but it was not a national right. A number of states did not give women the right to vote. This constitutional amendment, the 19th Amendment, changed that. The 24th Amendment, here we have a picture of a poll tax, and a poll tax was exactly what it sounds like. It was requiring someone to pay a tax in order to vote. It was implemented by many states in the South to try to disenfranchise or take the right to vote away from African Americans, even though their right to vote was protected by the 15th Amendment. So the 24th Amendment makes poll taxes unconstitutional. And then the 26th Amendment, I have another article from the Smithsonian, and this has an image from Newsweek showing young people registering to vote. The 26th Amendment says that you can't take the right to vote away from somebody who's 18. A lot of states had 21 as their voting requirement. This made many of them reduce it to 18. This is a Vietnam War era amendment. People saying if you have to go and fight or get drafted to fight in a war, put your life on the line, you should be able to vote in the country as well. So we've got 15, 17, 19, 24, and 26. These are required constitutional concepts that we need to make sure we know, and they all have to do with the right of the people to vote.